Testing. There. Oh, there we go.
Good morning, everyone. We're just going to take a moment to make sure we can be heard in the Zoom webinar. Jake, if you're available. And we are live at this moment.
It's like our DJ.
Right, yeah.
No, I don't like it.
Okay.
I'm showing 9 o'clock.
Okay, we're ready.
Good morning to our one audience member. I will be presiding at this meeting of the Lake County Planning Commission, Thursday, August 10, 2023, and we will call the meeting to order at 9:01. Hello, my colleague. No, all the time in the world. Tell me when you're ready. All right. We'll call the meeting to order then and begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Ms. Mitz, is there a verification of legal notice?
Yes, everything has been properly noticed.
Thank you. It appears there's nothing on the consent agenda, so we'll move on to public input. If there's anybody present here or in the Zoom room that would like to speak on a non-agenda item or one that will not be scheduled as an agenda item soon, feel free to do so. You will have 3 minutes. Hearing nothing, we will proceed to the first of our timed items at 9:05. 3 minutes. How are you doing, man?
Great.
Good.
Back to school rush.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Saw all the kids waiting for the bus this morning.
Yeah.
Already open.
Shannon's settling in pretty good?
Yes. She just jumped right in. Her expertise and experience in grant management has just really helped to lift the load off of a number of staff.
Great. Well, and you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, every time she brings in like pictures or plants, yes.
Oh, she's getting settled.
Refrigerator magnets.
Right. And then
What grades are your kids in?
Got a sophomore and junior.
Oh, big years.
Yeah. Yeah, we just got back from, went to Montana and South Dakota. Yeah, just got back on Sunday. And on
It is now 9:05. We will proceed with our first timed item, 6A. Public hearing continued from July 27, 2023. Consideration of proposed major use permit UP 20-79 and mitigated negative declaration IS 29-94 for approval of commercial cannabis cultivation of 50,720 square feet of canopy area within 109,652 square feet cultivation. Could somebody get the door? I'm sorry. Yeah. Thank you, Commissioner. Applicant Dustin's Farm, 22698 Elk Mountain Road, Potter Valley, APN 001-037-25. Andrew Amelin. Good morning.
Yes, this is Andrew Amelong, the Cannabis Program Manager. I will be presenting the request today. And it should be noted that we have our applicant here as well to answer questions, and I believe the consultant should be available in the Zoom room this morning. So our agenda for today includes our permit request, the project scope, site description, project analysis. We'll touch upon cumulative impacts, and then we'll get to our recommendations and conditions. So our permit request is for a major use permit for commercial cannabis cultivation. And as mentioned, the project proposal includes 50,720 square feet of outdoor canopy area within 109,652 square feet of cultivation area. This would encompass one A-Type 3 medium outdoor license, one A-Type 2 small outdoor license, and one Type 13 self-distribution license from the State of California Department of Cannabis Control. The parcel size is approximately 80.57 acres. The project location is near Lake Pillsbury. It's approximately 15 miles north of the Upper Lake area. And the parcel zoning, general plan designation is rural lands with resource conservation as a combining district, and as well as a scenic combining and waterway combining district. The project falls within the Upper Lake Nice area plan, and it is in Supervisory District 3.
Excuse me, Andrew, can you go back a minute? I thought it was Forest Preserve. Did you say rural
I
land?
think I did in my notes here, but I think you are correct. The project would be in Timber Preserve. I think this might have been a leftover from, let me go back one.
Yeah, and
It's TPZ, yes.
Yeah, I think that was in Gordon Haggett's comments.
yeah, that's why I bring it up. I'm
Okay,
concerned about that.
yes. One, that brings up a good note. I am filling in for our planner, Mary Claybon, who prepared this presentation and staff report, so she is out with COVID as well at the moment.
Holy
So
cow.
yeah, it's kind of, so that's where we're at. All right, moving on. So the project location and site description, the topography is mountainous and consisting of a ridge with sloping hills on each side combined with mixed coniferous forest. The proposed cultivation area is located within the treeless area of the project parcel. There are several ephemeral class 3 water courses on the project. However, the cultivation operation encompasses the minimum of 150-foot buffer at the state level. Moving on to the project scope, in addition to the stated canopy area and cultivation area, the project would include one 120 square foot shed for pesticide and agricultural chemical storage, an irrigation system, 4 3,000-gallon water storage tanks for irrigation and fire protection, a parking area with 4 standard spaces, as well as 1 ADA compliant space, 2 160-square-foot harvest storage structures, and a 625-square-foot fenced composting area. The existing land uses and improvements on the project parcel include a 192-square-foot storm-proof shed for office and security purposes. It will be used as part of the proposed project for that purpose. There's an existing groundwater well with the maximum yield of estimated to be over 15 gallons per minute, a security gate, and a perimeter fence as well. For the project analysis, regulations were reviewed within the County of Lake General Plan, the Upper Lake Nice Area Plan, the Lake County Zoning Ordinance, as well as state regulations. Concerning the general plan, goals and policies were reviewed in Chapter 3 on land use and Chapter 11 on water resources. There were no conflicting policies identified. However, it should be noted that there are no specific goals or policies regarding commercial cannabis cultivation within the general plan. For the Upper Lake Nice Area Plan, sections 3.1.1a on erosion control, 3.3.1.a riparian and wetland habitats, and 3.5.2a scenic view sheds were reviewed. Concerning erosion control, the applicant has submitted an engineered erosion and sediment control plan, which addresses which basically addresses the potential impacts through the application of gravel rock to access roads, using weed-free straw mulch to disturbed areas, and the installation of straw wattles around the property. Proposed outdoor cultivation areas and structures have also been incorporated within that erosion and sediment control plan. And the project does maintain a 100-foot setback from the property lines, and the cultivation site is 1.02 miles from the nearest off-site residence. For the Lake County Zoning Ordinance, this corrects the previous confusion with that slide, that it does fall under, Article 6 for the Timberland Preserve Base Zoning District, Article 34 for the Scenic Combining District, Article 37 for Waterway Combining District, as well as Article 27, Uses Generally Permitted, which cover commercial cannabis activities. No conflicts with the proposal for any of the requirements within these articles were identified. For the environmental evaluation, a CEQA initial study was prepared, and a draft initial study and mitigated negative declaration was circulated at the state clearinghouse. Areas that were covered which had potential significant impacts were aesthetics, air quality, biological resources, cultural resources, hazards and hazardous materials, hydrology, and water quality. And through the draft initial study, any environmental impacts that posed a potential to be significant could be reduced to less than significant through the mitigation measures described within the initial study. The comment period for the initial study was from June 2nd, 2023 to July 3rd, 2023. An AB 52 tribal notification was sent out for the project on May 28th, 2021. We did get a request for consultation, and that consultation concluded on May 10th, 2023. Some aspects of interest for the project include water use. As mentioned, there is an existing well which yields just, over 15 gallons per minute. The well depth is 220 feet. The estimated annual water usage for the project is 2.4 acre feet per year, and the estimated average annual recharge to the aquifer is 10.1 acre feet per year. With that, it is not anticipated, or the project is anticipated to have enough water to meet its demands. Further, another area of interest for the project is access. It is located in a fairly remote part of the county up near Lakes Pillsbury. The project site is accessed from Elk Mountain Road via Log Ridge Road. The project can be accessed directly through Elk Mountain Road. It can also be accessed coming through Potter Valley. Over the spring, due to the atmospheric rivers that we experienced this winter, Elk Mountain Road was closed. However, access was, coming through Potter Valley was available. Since then, I checked with the Department of Public Works this morning. Elk Mountain Road has been partially reopened. It's at one lane, but that one lane does meet the standards for emergency vehicles. In terms of cumulative impacts within the area, the project does not have any approved sites within a 1 or 3 mile radius. Let's see here. Within 1 mile, there is another pending application. You can see it on that map there. It is a proposal from the same applicant. I believe at his request, he can speak to this further. He wanted to see where this project would go first before pursuing the other project. And there are no projects within 3 miles. With that said, the recommendations for the application would be to adopt the mitigated negative declaration, IS 2094, for the use permit 2079 with findings found in the staff report, and to approve use permit 2079 with the proposed conditions of approval and with the findings found within the staff report. That concludes the presentation. As mentioned, the applicant and I believe the consultant should be available for further questions.
Thank you, Andrew. Before turning it over to the applicant or the general public, any questions or comments from commissioners?
Yeah, I have a couple of questions. What is a legacy grow? Does that just mean a prior illegal grow?
That would be correct, yeah.
And is that terminology we're just using in our department, or is it statewide or something? I mean, it seems
I
kind
believe
of...
it has origins with Proposition 64 from 2016.
Okay. And then have Gordon Hadgett's concerns been addressed? I believe he said that forest preserve lands fall under state jurisdiction.
Perhaps the consultant and the applicant can speak to that, but within our zoning ordinance, and we have worked with CAL FIRE and the Department of Forestry that where commercial cannabis activities are allowed within timber preserve area.
And the applicant would have to sign relevant indemnification paperwork because of BLM?
That would be correct, yes.
My only other comment was I saw some inconsistencies about the 100-foot distance and the 150-foot distance. CDFW recommended 150-foot setbacks, and so I would just suggest that we change those in Bio 1 and I think it was Bio 2 and Bio 3. And
Okay, yes. Our ordinance requires that 100-foot setback from generally any body of water.
Right.
However, the state has 3 classifications, 150 feet, 100 feet, and 50 for class 1, 2, and 3 water courses, respectively.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, those are my only questions. Thanks.
I don't have any questions or comments right now.
No questions either.
Would the applicant like to make any kind of presentation or comment, or shall we just open it up to the public? Please come to the microphone and state your first and last name.
Morning,
Good morning.
Morning.
I'm Dustin Probetsky, and this is my project. We're just trying to get moving forward, and if you guys have any questions, go ahead and feel free to ask. Unfortunately, Trey wasn't able to make it. He's also got COVID, so.
Well,
I don't know, do you have any questions I can help you with or anything like that? Yeah.
No, this
Seems pretty straightforward.
was simply an opportunity if you
Yeah,
had
just wanted
anything
to
to tell the
introduce
commission.
How you doing, Andrew? Good morning.
Good, how are you?
Good, good. Didn't hardly recognize you.
Okay, well, thank you.
Okay, great, thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else here in the hearing room or in the Zoom room that would like to make a comment? Seeing no one in the hearing room, is there anyone in the Zoom room?
One hand raised. Trey Sherrill, you are now allowed to speak. You have 3 minutes. Please state your name.
Hello, this is Trey Sherrill. I just want to confirm that you're able to hear me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Good morning. Oh, thank you. I wanted, I'm sorry, Trey Sherrill, consultant for Dustin Probetsky. I'm sorry that I'm not able to make it there today. I wanted to address the comment about the TPZ, and we do have a less than 3 acre conversion, although no trees will be removed to establish the proposed cultivation operation. Because it is TPZ zoned, we do need authorization from CAL FIRE, and a application has been already approved through the Community Development Department, and upon hopefully approval of the major use permit today, then that 3 acre conversion permit, less than 3 acre conversion permit, would be finalized and pushed on to CAL FIRE. Also about the setbacks, there are no streams. There are no class 1 water courses which require the 150-foot setback at the state level within 150 feet of the proposed cultivation operation. And I'm available to answer any other questions if you have any. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Mr. Sherrill. Seeing no other hands up, we'll bring this back to the commission for any final questions or comments in consideration of a motion.
I don't have any further comments. I'm prepared to make a motion if everyone is in agreement or has no further.
Yeah, I am. I would just request that we do amend it to 150 feet of a wellhead in all water courses, and Bio 2 and Bio 3, 150-foot setback from the top of bank of any water course, wetland, or vernal pool, because of the suggestion from CDFW.
Sure.
Agreed.
And if we could just make that note, staff.
Noted.
Excellent. Thank you. I will go ahead and make a motion. I move that the Planning Commission find that potential impacts associated with this project can be mitigated to less than significant through the implementation of the Mitigated Negative Declaration, IS 20-94, for the property located at 22698 Elk Mountain Road, Potter Valley, California, APN 001-037-25, and will not have a significant effect on the environment, and that the Planning Commission adopt initial study IS 20-94 based on the findings listed in the staff report dated August 10th, 2023, and as amended here today.
I'll second.
In favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Motion carries. In regards to the major use permit, I move that the Planning Commission grant major use permit UP 20-79 to Dustin Probetsky on property located at 22698 Elk Mountain Road, Potter Valley, California, APN 001-037-25, based on the findings and subject to the conditions included in the staff report dated August 10th, 2023, and as amended here today.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Motion carries.
Hearing none, the motion carries.
Do I have to read the note, or do you?
I do.
Okay.
Thank you. Note, the applicant or any interested person is reminded that the zoning ordinance provides for a 7-calendar-day appeal period. If there is a disagreement with the Planning Commission, an appeal to the Board of Supervisors may be filed. The appropriate forms and applicable fee must be submitted prior to 5 p.m. on or before the 7th day following the Planning Commission's decision on this matter. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, Eric.
Morning, Eric. We will proceed with our second timed item, 6B. consideration of a 3-year extension PMX 23-01 to an approved tentative parcel map PM 20-23, applicant Langtree Farms, location 21700 Butts Canyon Road, Middletown, APNs 014-310-08, 014-320-06, and 014-330-08. Eric Porter, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Eric Porter, Associate Planner, County of Lake. I do have a PowerPoint, but honestly, I don't think we need it. And the reason is because this is fairly straightforward. The applicant's requesting a 3-year extension to a parcel map. The original file number was PM 20-23. Applicant is Langtree Farms, who's also known as Gwinock Winery. The location has been listed 21700 Butts Canyon Road as the primary address. Total property is
Eric,
about...
just before you get into that, sorry for interrupting.
Yeah.
Are there any commissioners who would like to hear the PowerPoint? Because I'd like to make that available if needed.
Thank you. No, I feel like this is an extension. I don't think it's really relevant, but.
Sorry for interrupting, just wanted to
No, it's
clarify
okay.
that, Eric.
Yeah, I just want to do the will of the commission. Total property area is about 406 acres. It's zoned A, agriculture, WW waterway, and then several of the properties also have a floodway fringe, and one has scenic combining designation, which really has no impact on the proposal. The original approval was for the creation of 3 legal lots consisting of 3 parcels that are already in existence. They would reconfigure the land in order to meet the needs that they have for the winery. I do want to make one minor correction. On the first page of the staff report, it says original conditions of approval. These are actually amended conditions, and we amended the date that it would be valid, and actually the date on the condition should read July 22nd, 2026, rather than expires if not used by August 10th. I guess I had a senior moment there and put the hearing date. So just that point of correction as far as when this would actually expire would be July 22nd, 2026, assuming the extension is granted. According to CEQA, an extension does not meet the definition of a project. And if you look on page 4 of the staff report, I quoted the portions of CEQA that actually, it's not even exempted, it's just not considered a project, so we did not need to do a CEQA evaluation for the extension. So we're recommending that the Planning Commission find that an extension does not require a CEQA evaluation, which was done for the parcel map back in 2020, and that you approve the extension for PM 20-23 under file number PMX 2301 for a period of 3 years. The termination of this validity, if granted, would be July 22nd, 2026. And that's my presentation.
Thank you, Eric. Any questions or comments from commissioners?
No.
Yeah, I just had a question on the sample motion. You're saying I move to approve the 3-year extension for the tentative parcel map. Are we just talking about an application for a tentative parcel map? Because it hasn't actually been granted yet, right?
Well, the parcel map's already been approved. It just hasn't been recorded. And so right now the status is it's been an approved tentative map.
Okay.
So the extension simply carries forth the tentative status of it until they record it.
Okay, I get it. Thanks.
If there are no other comments from commissioners, we'll open it up to the public. Anyone in the hearing room or in the Zoom room like to make a comment?
There's one participant in the Zoom room, Jay Webb. You are now allowed to speak. Please state your name, and you have 3 minutes.
Good morning. My name is John Webb. I am the owner's representative, and I just wanted to let you know I'm here to answer any questions And I'd like to thank Eric for his work and effort on putting this extension before the commission today.
Thanks,
That's
Mr.
all.
Webb. Any questions for Mr. Webb?
No.
In that case, we'll bring it back to the commission for further discussion, consideration, or a motion.
I'm prepared to make a motion. I move to approve the 3-year extension PMX 23-01 for the tentative parcel map PM 20-23 for Langtree Farms with a new expiration date of July 22nd, 2026 on property located at 21700 Butts Canyon Road, Middletown, APNs 014-310-08, 014-320-06 and 014-330-08 based on the findings listed in the staff report dated August 10th, 2023.
And do we have to add as amended here today because of those changes to the staff report? Let's make that a yes.
As amended here today.
Thank you.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Motion passes. Note, the applicant or any interested person is reminded that the zoning ordinance provides for a 7-calendar-day appeal period. If there is a disagreement with the zoning administrator's decision, an appeal to the Planning Commission may be filed. The appropriate forms and applicable fee must be submitted prior to 5 p.m. on or before the 7th calendar day, following the zoning administrator's final determination. Thank you, Eric.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair, just to answer your question, if the changes are to just the staff report, then it would not be amending the proposed decision. If the changes amend the proposed decision, then you would add it as amended. But if the changes are simply corrections for the staff report itself to make the content clear, then you would not have to.
Thank you for clarifying. We'll move on to our non-timed items, if there are any. I see none. And item number 8, a department update. And welcome back from your week away.
Thank you. My first day back in a week. This viral summer is really no joke. I am still playing catch-up right now, so I don't have much of an update. However, given what our department has gone through within the last week, I just wanted to take a moment to express appreciation to the staff, to the whole team. As soon as we found out we had an exposure to COVID, the whole team pivoted real quick as far as adhering to the HR policy or the county policies for masking and cleaning our stations. Public Services Department has also pitched in to help deep clean our work environment to help keep our workers safe. And the management staff has pivoted quickly to go back to what we were doing in the winter, which was let's prioritize more remote work. Let's not have all 38 of us on the floor at the same time if we can avoid it, since apparently we're not out of the woods yet as far as all the creepy crawly viruses that are floating around in our air. So I just wanted to express great appreciation for that, and that they kept the department running while I was out of commission.
Thank you for that, and yes, we appreciate that as well. And there's a certain bit of muscle memory that kicks back in, the old procedures.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed. And I'll have a more robust update next time.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Glad you're back on your feet.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If there is no other business before the commission, I will adjourn our meeting of August 10 at 9:32.